Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for listening. Today, tax reform takes a huge step forward, but there is a hiccup, and another federal program is waiting in the wings. Plus, a Trump robot, Lady Gaga goes to Vegas, and order a burger with a facial scan. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Wednesday, December 20th. You ready? Let's do this. The Republicans' tax bill is on its way to becoming law, and it'll be the biggest change to America's tax laws in decades. In the overnight hours, the Senate passed the tax bill after a lot of debate. The House had passed a tax bill in the afternoon, but it didn't really count. Turns out there was a procedural error. It basically means 3 small things in the bill were taken out. So bottom line, the House will have to re-vote today, but most likely it will pass again, which means it'll then head to the president's desk for a signature, and it will become law. In both the House and the Senate, no Democrats voted for the bill, but enough Republicans did. The tax reform bill has a lot to it. A few of the big changes include, well, it cuts the corporate tax rate to 21%. It will cost $1.5 trillion over 10 years, and it doubles the child tax credit. The Wall Street Journal reports it may lower taxes for families with young children, but only for 8 years. After 2025, there is a possibility some people will pay more than they do now. The bill also gets rid of that requirement that you must have health insurance. You can read more about the tax bill from a variety of perspectives in today's show notes on thenewsworthy.com. So the issue of tax reform has taken attention away from a program called CHIP. It's the Children's Health Insurance Program, and it's in trouble. The funding already expired this year, so more and more states are running out of the money for the program. Meaning, if nothing is done about this, hundreds of thousands of kids who have serious medical conditions may lose health insurance. At this point, the New York Times reports lawmakers are expected to put it into an end-of-the-year spending bill. You know, that thing that helps avoid a government shutdown? The deadline for that is this Friday. We'll see if lawmakers can get it done. There's now a robot of President Trump at Disney World. CNN reports Disney added Trump to the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom Park. President Trump apparently recorded what the robot says, just as every president has done since the 90s. An update now to that deadly Amtrak train derailment earlier this week in Washington state. The AP reports investigators are looking into whether or not the crew was distracted. Because remember, the train was thought to be going about 80 miles per hour around a curve that had a speed limit of just 30 miles per hour. And it seems the emergency brake wasn't even used. Some are questioning whether the crew was trained enough on the new route. Apparently, in the cab when the train crashed, there was both an experienced engineer and someone who was training. So investigators will be looking into any role that played, plus checking all their cell phone records. At least 3 people died and dozens more were hurt. The Seattle Times reports 2 of the 3 confirmed dead at this point were close friends who were passionate about rail travel. Both men were apparently riding the train just to be there on its first trip on those new tracks. Dozens of people who saw the derailment stopped on the highway and jumped out to help, including soldiers and other emergency workers who happened to be there. All right, other things people may be talking about today. Companies are apparently offering more perks and better benefits. The Wall Street Journal reports overall compensation for employees is growing at the fastest rate in 2 years, but it's not necessarily from salaries. Instead, companies are providing more benefits like insurance and retirement accounts and perks like paid leave. The idea is to get better employees in the door. A co-host on ENews says she's leaving the network, and she says the reason is gender pay inequality. Kat Sadler found out her male co-host makes about double her salary. People reports they started at the network the same year and have had essentially the same jobs. So Sadler negotiated and expected the network would make things right. But she says that didn't happen, that it wasn't even close. So she says she had to leave. ENews said in a statement it pays employees fairly based on their roles. Lady Gaga is going to Vegas. Variety reports the pop star made a deal that could be worth $100 million over a couple of years. She's set to perform in Las Vegas at least 74 times at MGM Park Theater starting in late 2018. 2 big food brands are getting in the healthy snack game. Reuters reports the two deals total $6 billion. Hershey will buy the company behind Skinny Pop popcorn. It's called Amplify Snack Brands. Campbell, you know of Campbell Soup, will buy Snyder's Lance, the company that makes Cape Cod chips and Eat Smart veggie snacks. Many other well-known food companies have already done something similar. Kellogg, for example, bought the company that makes RX Bar protein bars. You can now order a fast food hamburger with your face. Yes, Cali Burger just revealed it's using facial recognition technology. Mashable reports you order at a kiosk and then you have the option to attach your picture to the order. If you go along with it, next time you come in, you can order the same thing with just one look. For now, Cali Burger only has this at its Pasadena location, which is near Los Angeles, but the company says if customers like it, they'll take it national. And that's it. You are all caught up. Don't forget to follow The Newsworthy on Instagram at the NW Podcast. And as always, you can easily find all the articles I talked about today in the show notes on thenewsworthy.com. Click episodes and today's date. The Newsworthy is ready to go every weekday by 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks again for listening. I will have more news for you tomorrow. Have a great day.